Okay, that's a long time in the business.
Yeah.
A lot of experience. What motivated you to get into this business?
Well, branding and marketing, John, is an integral part of
Mm.
business, and it's a critically important aspect to corporate America. Um, I knew that I would be in sales, and in this business, I get to sell and I get to be creative. So I'm not just selling insurance. No offense to those who do. That's not for me. But I get to sell toys for a living. That's what drew me here.
That's my next question is like, say, like when you were like a kid or a child growing up, toys obviously fascinated you. Well, they fascinate most kids to a degree. It's like your grandfather giving you an old broken watch and he wants you to repair it. So you got to start playing with it.
And you learn the gears and stuff. For me, in my age, it was, man, I had so many Ninja Turtles. I had so many of those little plastic Ninja Turtles
Mm-hmm.
and GI Joes. My sisters would marry them up with their Barbies. Man, I had so many toys as a
Lucky you. I didn't have any, but that's I got older than I wanted more toys.
kid.
Um, can you talk to us about some of the products that are popular, as in like of your pins? Incidentally, for the benefit of listeners, I've been buying your products now for 5 years plus, and I published a book. Your banner is right behind me, promoting the book. Your bookmarks that I bought a few, your printed material, you know, is behind me. And what I found convenient dealing with the United Print Group is I don't have to go everywhere and anywhere to get a pen, to get a bookmark, get this banner. So I found you through BNI, which is a business networking organization, and it was like the best thing ever. I don't need to have 10 companies just selling something. Do you find more people like that they like the aspect that you're like a one-stop shop?
You're exactly right, John. And people do look out to us. People come to us just for printing, and they see how good of a job we do with printing, and then we're able to take all of that branding and transfer it over into the promo space. So yeah, 35 years ago, it was all printing, and the company took that knowledge and transferred it into promo. So yeah, people really like that we can manage their print and promo part of their brand identity.
Like, for example, now things are starting to happen in New York City, and I know lots of bar owners and restaurant owners, and you know, they're busy doing everything that they do. And sometimes they forget about the simple products, like this pen, for example, has like three sides. It's my favorite because I have space on three sides for it. It doesn't roll off the desk. Like, there's lots of bars on the Upper East Side, like the Alvin is a new bar, some 64th, 21st New York, Five Lamps uptown. And they're so busy they forget. They would love to meet someone like you and say, look, let me take care of a list of products, and you worry about serving food, you worry about the drinks, and now pricing. So, like, say a simple pen, right? What's the price range?
So, for a restaurant, they may want to spend as little on a pen as possible. I just helped a college reward their top students
Mm.
with a $40 pen. So you can get a 39-cent pen, you can get a $59 pen. So that's a good question.
So, quality and price. So, if you want quality, you're going to pay for quality, and that makes sense.
Right.
Like my marketing is in my background is in marketing, so I'm familiar with 4Ps, unique selling points, and all that good stuff. That marketing is different from sales, completely different, two different things. The marketing lasts longer and it takes a slower grind. And the brand awareness is what I'm probably getting to. I think one time we spoke about Alfred Hitchcock. I met his personal assistant one time, and Alfred Hitchcock was asked, "What is your favorite restaurant?" And Alfred Hitchcock said, "My favorite restaurant is where the staff love me." So does that blend in to say where you get on with certain customers better than others, or you enjoy the people?
I mean, everyone likes doing business with the people they like, right?
Mm.
And so we're lucky enough to have a lot of leverage in the industry to give the people who want higher quality but have a lower budget. We help a lot of those people who need, who need a little help with their branding in the beginning, especially in the beginning.
I agree. I'm fortunate enough that I have like a graphic design friend that we worked with years ago. He's in Sligo. He usually does my creative like graphic design stuff, and then I send it to your people, and they pick up on it easily and right away. But if someone didn't have that guy, you probably have someone else that would help with the graphic or the artwork.
Yep, I mean it's true. Once in a while, we get crayons crayon drawing on a napkin, and they'd like to put it on a T-shirt. So we have our graphic guys do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know too. And by the way, the name of my podcast is "It's Good to Talk," because we don't talk and share ideas. Then I'm learning from you, and hopefully you're learning a little bit from me. Hopefully the listeners are learning from both of us. So it's not that difficult to do branding. Can you show us some products?
Sure. You asked about some popular stuff, and we're talking about how it's not that difficult to do branding. This is the most popular pen in the industry right now. You can see it's really silly looking, and it's not that expensive, and it writes well. You can see our logo on there.
I like that.
People love it. It stays on someone's desk. There's a story about this trucking company, really manly men who have people sign their bills of lading with these silly pens, and they're just incredibly popular. So that's popular in the industry. My favorite product is probably the pop socket. This bad boy goes on the back of your phone, starts small, expands larger, helps you hold on to the phone, make sure no one steals it from you. And I have a sample here of this mug we printed for Twitter.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
like that. That's classy.
Yeah, this is like
I like the colors.
Thank you.
I like the icons on it. That's me.
Yeah, thank you. So it runs.
I'm impressed. And I was going to ask you, like, say, your brand, United Print Group, on your own products. You've probably heard of the old cliche about the shoemaker whose children had no shoes. So it's important that your brand is on your own products too.
We got to walk the walk, John. Got to walk the walk.
Yeah.
Talk it.
Well, and we say it's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. So getting your name out and your brand out is very, very important. That's right. I'm not finished yet. How will customers contact you if they need products?
So you can find us online. You can go to unitedpg.com. You can find us on Facebook. Facebook.com/UnitedPG. You can email me, Sanchez, T for Tom, Sanchez @unitedpg.com, or you can call me 718-392-4242. That easy.
That's good. And then, of course, it would be remiss of me not to mention, I represent Liffey Moving Company. That's your truck back there. In case you didn't see. Well, that's the truck you designed.
Thanks.
We moved you, I guess, 4 or 5 years ago. And now you're living in Queens, plus Queens Boulevard. And right close to you is a bar called McGinnis's Bar. And you can drop some business cards in there, because I need more of your cards to pass out to people.
They don't let me back in that bar, John. They said, John? No, just kidding. I'll swing by.
So tell me more about, you're more than just a creative genius when it comes to branding and marketing. How did you survive, like, the whole corona, the pandemic? Like, did you go crazy or more crazy?
When you start crazy, there's not much room to go. My girlfriend and I have we learned how to juggle over the pandemic.
Okay. Sure.
So I've been practicing. Here we go. She's better than I am, but if promo doesn't work out, I can always join the circus.
You are a circus. So let me see if something else we have to talk about. We got the overview. We know your products. Liffey has been buying your products for a number of years now, all of the different things. And we will stick with you for the simple reason I said before, is it's like automatic now. We don't have to spend hours like sourcing like a mug like this mug, or the glass, or other products. And one of your products that stuck in my head is that Mountain Dew truck. Even though I don't drink Mountain Dew, but I like, and this happens with companies too. The brand and the product, the brand is successful. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be like sell the product. And people have to be aware of that, but the brand is still there. It's like you see a brand is stuck in it. So it's like a unique selling point, USP, we call it in the marketing world. So the unique selling point is that Mountain Dew truck stuck with me. And then I see a brand. I couldn't forget,
Right.
So that's one of my preferences in your products, apart from all the ones we buy a few anyways. Yeah. Now, how's the rest of the year looking for your company, United Print Group?
Actually, John, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to, if there's one thing I can impress upon your listeners, it's that the summer is going to be ridiculous for promo. Summer, fall, it's going to be incredibly, the demand is going to outpace supply. So if you have events, trade shows, golf outings coming up, the summer months into September, October, you get on it now. You should order now. Call me or call whoever you work with because get ahead of it.
Yeah. And I get this too from the moving business world. People should be like planning ahead.
Yeah.
Like, say, you probably already say Thanksgiving, Christmas, seasons. Like you need to be planning ahead.
That's exactly.
The other question I have for you is like delivery time and like what would you say, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, depending on product, I guess. Yeah.
Depends on the product, depends on the project, right? If I have some clients who come to me, they want a custom-made cooler. So we're going overseas, it's a 90-day production time. I can get coolers, with a logo on them in about 5 to 7 days if it's not custom. So typically it's 5 to 7. I like to build in 3 weeks for the whole project.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. It's like people call me for a moving service and they want it done like in less than a week, 4 weeks.
And you can do it.
We are not Uber. Like, that's a whole different concept.
Yeah.
But customers get spoiled and they expect instant service, like instant gratification.
That's right.
But good talking to you, and it's good to talk always. And Liffey will always be buying your products, and do send out newsletters and updates so we know if there's something new coming up, like especially for the Christmas market. I'm already at Christmas. I just flew past 4th of July, and that's around the corner. That's around the corner. So Tom, thank you very much for sharing your time. And United Print Group, Google it, you'll get it. And if they mention this podcast, they'll get 10% off. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me.